So, we're going to talk about side dressing vegetables today, and despite my poor attempt at humor here, I think this is really important and helpful topic for gardeners. So, with vegetables, we want to have some form of pre-plant fertilization. So, we're applying some fertilizer based off of a soil test. We might also be using some lime or sulfur to adjust the soil pH to an optimal level. And with our pre-plant fertilization, we can generally apply any recommended phosphorus and potassium at the time that we plant. So we can incorporate that into the soil before we get our transplants or seeds set out. And then we can apply some or all of the recommended nitrogen from the soil test report. For some of our long season crops that are really going to be in the ground for quite some time, they can benefit from application of nitrogen after planting that we call side dressing. So some of these long season, warm season crops can really benefit from this. We do have a great publication, Steps in Fertilizing Garden Soil, Vegetables, and Annual Flowers, that goes into a lot more detail on fertilizing veggies and annuals, and I encourage you to check that out. But the reason side dressing of nitrogen is a consideration is because it is a nutrient that's always on the run in the soil. So with heavy rainfall, which we've obviously had a lot of recently, the nitrate form of nitrogen can be washed downward in the soil profile and moved out of the root zone of the plants. So this could be fertilizer that you applied. This could be a nitrate that's being released from organic matter as it's being consumed by microorganisms. But we end up with a situation where that nitrate is washed out of the root zone, and plants can run out of nitrogen in the middle of the season. In most of our soils in Missouri, phosphorus and potassium will stay put in the soil. If you do have a very sandy soil, you can benefit from breaking up the potassium application. But in most Missouri soils, nitrogen is the main one that we're concerned about. So nitrogen deficiency always shows up as yellowing or light green older leaves in the plant. Because this nutrient is mobile within the plant is able to transfer the nitrogen from the lower leaves and prioritize the new growth. So you might notice that the new growth looks nice and green and lush, and as you move down the plant, it transitions from lush green to light green to even yellowing in cases of severe deficiency. So nitrogen deficiency can happen in our longer season crops. It's common in low organic matter soils. And then I've also seen it pretty common in some of the raised bed mixes sold across the state that have a high component of bark or wood that is not thoroughly decomposed. I've also seen a lot of nitrogen deficiency in plants grown in those raised bed mixes. So there are other reasons why leaves could be yellowing at the bottom of the plant, and that could include some disease issues. But if you notice yellowing of the leaves across all of your plants and across different vegetable groups, it's likely some kind of nitrogen deficiency. So let's take an example here. You got a soil test and your report comes back and it calls for 1 pound of phosphorus, 1 pound of potassium, and 2 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. So with our pre-plant, we can start with a complete fertilizer such as a 12-12-12 or a 15-15-15 because our soil test report does call for each of those nutrients. And so if we take the 1 pound required and divide that by 0.12, which is the decimal value of the 12-12-12, we'll get a recommendation for 8.3 pounds of 12-12-12 per 1,000 square feet. So we can add that to the garden at that rate, incorporate it prior to planting, but we still need 1 pound of nitrogen from this soil test report, and we can use that for side dressing. So side dressing essentially is putting some fertilizer down the row of the plants. You could also potentially broadcast the fertilizer in the garden, but a more efficient use of the fertilizer and the nitrogen is more likely to go directly to the crop plant as opposed to the weeds would be to band it down the row of the plants. So you don't ever want to heap a whole bunch of fertilizer right at the base of the plant. We want to set it off to the side of the plant a little bit. You can see the picture on the bottom right. They cut a little furrow and dropped it in there next to the corn, and that can be a good way to do it. Just got to be careful you're not going to be damaging some of the plant roots. So like with tomatoes, for example, we could apply half of the nitrogen at planting and half 4 to 6 weeks later, or we could break it up in even smaller increments and do it kind of a quarter at planting, a quarter at 2 weeks, a quarter at 4, and a quarter at 6 weeks. So you can make it as complicated or as simple as you like, but getting this nitrogen applied as a side dress form will really benefit these long season crops. So just to give you an example, if you wanted to get that 1 pound of nitrogen to side dress, I've got some calculations here for urea, calcium nitrate, and then a variety of different organic fertilizers. But that gives you an idea of how many pounds per thousand you'd need to do that additional side dressing. University of Missouri and University of Georgia both have very helpful soil fertility and fertilization calculators. I encourage you to check those out. And last but not least, I won't really get into this, but fertigation is a way to apply supplemental nitrogen to vegetable crops, to ornamental crops, annuals, flowers, and etc. And it can be as simple as on the left here, this is a siphon called a hose on, which is just a brass piece that screws onto a spigot on the side of the house, or a more complicated proportioner injector, such as a dosatron that's shown here in the greenhouse. But that can be a very efficient way, an effective way to fertilize plants. We do have a publication on irrigating and fertilizing high tunnel tomatoes. It's a little bit more oriented towards the commercial producer, but it does give you an idea of how to set that up, as well as the rates of nitrogen to use in the water and in the irrigation system.